Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. Today we have with us Mr. Pranjal Bansal. He's been selected as a SEBI Grade A Officer 2020 from the general stream. Many congratulations, Pranjal. Uh,
Thanks a
how,
lot, ma'am.
how does it feel? Let's start with this.
It feels great actually, and the amount of happiness enhances when we see tears of joy in a family and parents, and getting calls from relatives, getting a call from my exam B to conduct an interview that enhanced my happiness to another level. Yes, out of the box feeling.
Great and all well deserved. It's a result of all your hard work that you've put in and the focused approach you've taken to reach your goal. So
Right.
before we start, let me give you a brief introduction about Pranjal. So Pranjal is a CA, a qualified CA, and he before that he did his BCom degree from Meerut College. He also has a 1.5 years of experience as a consultant with Ernst and Young, and then he left Ernst and Young comfortable private sector job, a well-paying job, to prepare for government exams. Yeah, so that's Pranjal, and he successfully completed the first step towards a successful career in the government space. So, Pranjal, let me ask you the first question. When did you get to know about SEBI and the openings in SEBI as a grade A officer?
So actually, I got to know about the vacancy in SEBI from one of my friend. Pretty late actually, not in March or April when the vacancies came out, but in June or July 2020. So I decided, yes, I will fill up the form. I'll try. But I had a misconception, I would say, a preconception that it is pretty difficult for a chartered, because seeing the past experience, the last year results, only two chartered were selected, and many engineers were selected. So I was not very confident about it. But yes, I was preparing for other government jobs as well. So I filled up the form and went for it.
Okay, so this is, a very contradictory thing that you have brought out. I have students, I have heard students come at iExam so many times saying that we are an engineer. How do we prepare for an organization which is focused, or say a background is there of finance is required, and you are telling me you were scared because you are a CA? And in
Right.
fact, even during this year, there were so many students who are CA, and they kept saying we have an advantage because of the subjects that are mentioned, like
Right.
Companies Act or costing or accounts. And here we have a CA who was scared to fill the form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, my first reason I told you was the some research done by me when the I came across the vacancy that only two CAs were selected and 70 odd engineers were selected. So I don't think in any way it gives us any priority. If that would be the case, then result would be vice versa, 70 CAs and two engineers. But no, I think the very fact that SEBI gave opportunity to engineers, law graduates, other master degree graduates, this in a way proves that nobody is in any priority, does not have any priority. All are at par. It's just that you have to study the material, study the syllabus well, be aware about the economy and every general aspects, and you will go about it.
Thanks, Pranjal. That's a very good insight. And, I'm reiterating here that your background should be taken as your educational background should be taken as a step that you are educated and you are ready for a challenge, and not really a particular degree.
Right.
Say it's engineering degree or a CA degree or a commerce degree that will give you an edge. It should be your determination and your passion to get that particular job
Right, right.
that will drive you. Okay, so let's get into a little more details, minuter details. How did you prepare for phase one?
So actually, here comes a surprise. I was, as I told you, I was not very ready for the SEBI exam. I was a bit scared, had a misconception. So I was not very serious for SEBI. I was preparing for other government examinations. I was working on my general reasoning, English, numerical abilities, general awareness, but not for SEBI per se. I just, on 17 January, we had a phase one SEBI. I
Yeah.
just went for the paper. Paper was actually to everybody's surprise, and below average paper, I would say, or average paper. So
Mhm.
luckily we got clear. on 27th or 28th January, we got the result of phase one. Then it pushed me, it motivated me that yes, I can do it now. I have cleared the first step, first hurdle is done, only two more are left. I gathered the material, different materials available online and prepared for phase two full-heartedly. And now here I am, went with phase three as well and selected as SEBI grade A officer. So I think it's a continuous journey. We have to prepare despite of any vacancies coming up or not, we have to prepare.
Okay, again, a very important point, and many a times actually that is the reason so many students clear it without preparation. We think they have actually cleared it without preparation or in the last minute preparation, but actually it's a continuous journey. Like Pranjal is saying, maybe specifically he did not prepare for phase one aptitude papers, SEBI, keeping SEBI in mind, but he was continuously in general studying general, like reasoning, you mentioned numerical ability,
Right,
quant, English, and
right.
GA. So it's a continuous process. Many a time students keep asking when will notification come, and then they will start studying. But I guess it's like every drop that helps fill the
Right.
ocean, and not just one big
Because
last
we
minute
actually
preparation.
we can't wait for the notification to come because it generally takes only 3 4 months for the whole process. So that's not enough to prepare full-heartedly. You have to be
Okay.
continuously preparing.
Okay, right, right. Okay. So let me delve into the other topics, like for paper two, which was there in phase one also and phase two also.
Right,
Let's talk about Companies Act or costing and accounts. So
right,
one aspect in accounts I remember when we were teaching accounting standards.
right,
It was a continuous tussle how deep we should go into it, how many accounting standards we should study, or Companies Act, how many sections we should mug up, how much should
right.
go beyond the syllabus that was mentioned to us or not. So what had been your approach to study for these aspects?
I think for accounting standards and for accounting as a whole, I would say I prepared. We have two levels in chartered accountancy. First is the foundation, that is also called CPP, and another is IPCC intermediate. So if you are going through those two materials available by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, they are more than enough for clearing or for preparing exams like SEBI, RBI, or any other exam in which accounts is the syllabus. You do not have to go very deep into it. You just have to get basic idea what is accounting standard. We have 29 accounting standards. What is there in those 29 accounting standards, their scope. Do not delve very deep into it because that would not help. And if you talk about company law, another again I referred the IPCC material we have available by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We have different questions there to make us understand the provisions of the act, because it becomes difficult for a non accounts or non law background person to understand the bare act. So referring those ICAI books makes it pretty easier for them to understand the law. It is not only about mug-ups. You should understand it.
Okay, so simple understanding the spirit of the law, what they're trying to
Right,
say,
right. You
was
should
mostly
understand the
important. Yeah.
right interpretation of the law must be in your heart.
Okay. 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 Thanks. And how much time did you spend on practicing numericals, maybe, of costing
Uh,
or finance?
so now, because yes, this is where we have some priority. If I say being a chartered, we had some edge here because we are doing numericals of accounts and costing from last 4 5 years. So we
Mhm.
just had to revise the formulas, just go through once, only reading, not even practicing, only reading some of the basic questions, not even the difficult ones, not the complex problems, because it's only a objective paper, not a subjective one. So only the concept clarity, the formulas, and the basic idea will do it. So
Okay.
I was focused more on the management and economics part because they
Right.
were the things which we were dealing for the first time in so much detail.
Right. So I was about to come to that aspect, and before that, I will, reiterate or focus on the aspect that Pranjal brought out. That yes, because of his background, educational background, he didn't have to spend too much time on the numericals related to costing or accounts. But the fact also remains that because it's an MCQ paper, the depth that to which he may have studied in CA was not really required for SEBI.
Right,
So he
right.
also did not spend too much time trying to practice all the hard kinds of numericals, but mostly the conceptual and basic understanding. Okay, and now coming to Pranjal's strategy for economics and management, because that was something that was not giving him an edge from his
Right.
background.
So management and economics, I referred the notes and resources available online, gone
Mhm.
through them multiple times because one time reading will not help you. It will just, matlab, you have to read it at least 2, 3 times to make
Okay.
you understand, to get them into your heart and mind, so that when question came, you'll be able to answer it without giving a second thought or third thought. So that is important. Multiple revision is the key, 2 or 3 times rather than spending a day on single topic. Read it, read another topic, and after 2, 3 days, revise the topic again multiple times.
Especially in management, I'll ask you, like you said, you read it multiple times. What
Right.
was it? There is certain topics only that you read, because management, as I understand, as I teach, there's no end to it. You can go on
Right.
and on about the theories. There are endless number of theories, although some key ones, of course, there are always 6, 7 important motivation theories or leadership theories.
Right.
But if we keep going into depth, there are endless. So,
Right.
how many such kind of theories we should focus on or go into the depth of?
It, of course, it depends upon person to person. It's a subjective matter. If you personally, because I had to spend a little less time on accounts and costing, so I spent more time on management. So I was able to revise complete management subject multiple times. But if a person has to spend time on accounts and costing, then of course he has to make another strategy. Maybe he'll have to make his own notes in short. He has to make some mnemonics to understand, to learn them, to what all is included in a particular theory, and uh, he has to do something that he gets equal or balanced time for every subject.
Right. So, yes, this is very important that your strategy has to be unique to yourself depending on your own strengths and
Right.
weaknesses. We can get inspired and take clues from everybody else's strategy, but ultimately it has to suit you,
Right.
your time, your weakness, your strength, and the
Because
power of,
hmm,
sorry, yes,
no, it's
Pranjal.
okay. Go on. I
And the
was
power
saying,
of revision is, I think, what I was also highlighting at, like Pranjal said, he had revised it multiple times so that it stays with him. Yes, Pranjal.
because every person has a different forte. It may be some may be good in economics, some may be good in management. So you should revise multiple times the subject you have specialized in, because that is a subject you can't even think of losing even a half marks or a 1 mark. That will
True,
cost you a lot.
true, true. Yes, that we have to be very careful. We have
Right.
seen students sometimes lose out of post or selection by 0.25 marks.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so yes. Okay, so let's come to the last phase, interview. So what, after you saw that you have cleared phase two and now you need to prepare for the interview, uh, what was it like? What did you think? How will you prepare for interview? Because interview is again something people don't understand. What do we read?
Right.
Should we start reading the newspaper? Should we start reading all the topics again? So that did you have that kind of a confusion? What to prepare?
So
You
yes, I had a bit of confusion. So the very first step was going to IXMB and getting a mock interview from them, getting an appointment for the mock interview on them, because it will of course help everybody, mock interviews. And for preparing for mock interview or the real interview, I just go through the material again, not very, I'll say, outlined study, just referring to the regulations, important regulations like insider trading regulations, unfair trade practices regulations, As far as newspaper is concerned, I personally read Live Mint and Business Line. Basically, you have to be aware about the economic news, what is coming. You have to be prepared about the RBI circulars as well. What is going in the economy? What steps RBI is taking? What step US economy is taking? Japan economy. It's not only about Indian economy. You have to be aware, a basic understanding of world economy which impacts India.
Okay, okay. So very holistic approach you took to
Right,
prepare. Okay, and
right.
then yes, I remember taking your mock interview with Dr. Malik.
Sarath sir.
Yeah. So how was that helpful? Like many times we think it's not really required, but is mock interview recommended? Does it help?
I would say it should be compulsory. It should be part of the curriculum that everybody has to go through a mock interview, because it not only prepares you for the real interview but also boosts your morale to another great level, even if you are prepared well. And of course, the interview conducted by Prachi ma'am and Sarath sir, it enlightened me with the areas where I have to work upon, areas where I am good, what all can I do. That was really great, and I was very confident before going to the real interview. And that was all because of the mock. And yes, of course, we do not have multiple opportunities in SEBI for mock interviews. So exam is one of the good opportunities, and I would recommend everybody to get enrolled for the interview.
Thanks, Pranjal, for acknowledging this so much, and we are very glad that this has been helpful. That is,
Right,
always our endeavor to be meaningful, to actually come out with the most accurate and honest review. And for that, we keep bringing in experts, and not just our
right,
faculty. We get external experts for our
right.
panel so that we can give an authentic and true picture of how an
Right.
actual interview can be like. So, great, Pranjal. I'm sure your success story, your preparation style, your own strategy, and your tips will be very helpful for so many other candidates aspiring to get and become SEBI grade A officers. And thanks and congratulations from our end. Anything else you would like to add in the end, Pranjal?
Uh, Nothing else but just be safe, be happy. COVID pandemic will go on.
Yes, yeah, so before I end, this is one thing again, now that you reminded me of the COVID times. Actually, SEBI notification had come before the first wave of
Right,
COVID. And then
right,
after so much wait, the examination finally happened after 1 year. And
right.
then again, you had to wait for the interviews because the second wave came in. So anything you want to share on your experience of the mental state or waiting for this time, because so many was getting worried, will the exam happen or not happen, and maybe because of that many lost focus and didn't really do as well as they might have if the exam had happened as per the schedule.
Actually, on a contrary, it was good for me because, as I told you, I got to know about SEBI exam in July.
Yeah.
So if it would have happened in April itself, the original date, I would not be sitting here and giving you the interview. So it helped me in a way. And of course, the break after phase two and between phase two and phase three, as is phase two and interview, that was a pretty difficult time. We were very like, when will it happen? We were waiting regularly for the notification for the call letter, because
Mhm.
we were prepared, of course. So it becomes difficult to wait for another 2 months for giving interview. It was already 1 year late from the expected dates. But everything is well that ends well. So yeah,
True, true.
happy
So
now.
any tips on that, how you kept yourself motivated for 2 months?
Actually, I thought it's a better way. I got to learn. I started reading multiple newspaper rather than only one newspaper. I started referring to the regulations, which I earlier thought that these are not the ones which I should prioritize, but I read them because I had time. So I think rather than losing confidence, rather than going negative, if you have time, utilize it in a productive way, in a fruitful way. Read more. That will help you not in SEBI or any other manner. It will help you somewhere else.
Very, very nice approach. I think we need to keep that positive thing, not look at the negative side, but use that time productively. Again,
Right.
a very, very important point brought out by Pranjal. Thanks again, Pranjal, for giving us so much of your time, and many, many congratulations from Team iExamD for a very successful career ahead. Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot, ma'am. Thank you.